In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and misty rice fields, there stood an abandoned house. Its windows were dark and lifeless eyes staring blankly into the world. Villagers hurried past, casting wary glances at the structure. For decades, no one had dared step foot inside the abandoned abode. Why? Because it was rumored to be haunted by the ghost of a bride who died on her wedding day. Curious? Well, let me tell you the tale of the ghost bride. Once upon a time, in a village much like any other, lived a young woman named Annika. Annika was known for her radiant smile, infectious laughter, and kindness that knew no bounds. She was the kind of person who could light up a room with her presence and touch the hearts of everyone she met. One day, a handsome young man from a neighboring village visited Annika's home with a proposal. His name was Rajiv, and he was a merchant known for his honesty and integrity. He had come to seek Annika's hand in marriage, and her parents were delighted. The two families hit it off immediately, and a date for the wedding was soon set. The entire village was buzzing with excitement. They helped Annika's mother prepare an array of delicacies and helped decorate the village temple where the wedding ceremony would take place. On the day of the wedding, the temple was adorned with flowers and vibrant fabrics. The air was filled with the aroma of incense and the sound of chanting priests. Annika looked like a vision in white, her bridal gown shimmering like moonlight on water. She was the most beautiful bride the village had ever seen. As the wedding ceremony commenced, the villagers watched with smiles on their faces. The priest began the sacred rituals and all seemed to be going well. But suddenly, the atmosphere grew heavy with tension. The sky, which had been clear moments before, darkened ominously. Strong winds began to whip through the temple, sending leaves and flower petals swirling through the air. The guests huddled together, exchanging worried glances. Then, just as the priest was about to declare Rajiv and Annika man and wife, a bolt of lightning struck the temple, followed by a deafening roar of thunder. Everyone screamed and fell to their knees. When they looked up, they saw a horrifying sight. The top of the temple had collapsed, trapping Annika under a pile of debris. Despite the terrified gasps and desperate cries of the villagers, no one could move the fallen debris. By the time they managed to clear a path to Annika, it was too late. She was dead. The bride who had waited patiently to exchange vows with her beloved groom had instead received a cruel twist of fate. The news of Annika's death spread like wildfire through the village. People were not only shocked, but also deeply saddened. They couldn't understand why such a tragedy had struck on the day of Annika's wedding, a day that should have been the happiest of her life. In the days that followed, some villagers began to whisper that Annika's spirit was trapped in the village, unable to find peace because her wedding had been interrupted. They claimed that on the anniversary of her death, her soul wandered the village, searching for her lost love. Years turned into decades, and the abandoned house became a symbol of Annika's tragic tale. No one dared venture inside, believing that the ghost of the bride might emerge from the shadows, forever seeking the groom she had never had. So whenever you find yourself strolling through the village, make sure to keep an eye out for the abandoned house with the lifeless windows. And if you hear a gentle whisper on a misty evening, remember that it might just be the ghost bride searching for her groom.